Okay. Hi. Let's chat. Okay. First, I want to talk about February announcements because there are quite a few. So let me just take you through. Again, I try and put all the announcements on the banner of our team page or the FitRig page. So most of them are there. But let's talk a little bit. First of all, our challenge packs that are on sale for February, our 9-week Control Freak challenge and completion packs are $20 off, as well as 30-day breakaway challenge packs are $20 off. So those are a good option for people. Also, our coach open house for February will be on Wednesday, February 24th. So that's the last Wednesday of the month. And I am looking for people who want to run it or help run it. It's a good way to practice running things since all the information is right there for you. So any newer coaches or coaches who haven't done it yet, I strongly recommend it. Well, let me know if you'd like to be a part of that. Also on February 8th, so 1 week from today, the 9-week Control Freak Off the Wall launches. So anybody who has purchased 9-week Control Freak, it's already just going to get loaded into your library. For anybody who purchases it from this point forward, it will also be part of their purchase. And it is a 15 workout spin-off program for those people who are not using the step or the track. It still does include weights, but for those people who just can't figure out a way to use the control track, this is an option for them. So that launches and it will be in your library on February 8th. Okay. Also, Success Club retention is back. For those of you who might remember this from last year, this is a great opportunity and it really goes well with our conversation about volume tonight. Success Club retention. Any new customer or coach that enrolls in February, okay, new people, not old people, brand spanking new people who earn you points this month. If you enroll someone and they earn you points, they go into a pool of people. And in March, when and if that pool of people earns 180 PV, you get a Success Club point in March. If they achieve 180 PV again, you get another Success Club point. So the idea is Beachbody is rewarding us for retaining our customers. And again, that's something we're going to be talking about tonight. So it's really, really great.
Okay.
It's something important that we want to practice. And if we practice it next month, we will be rewarded. So what I would say is focus on getting as many new customers and coaches as you can this month. And then use some of the action items that we're going to talk about tonight to retain them within March, because that will earn you more points in March. Then they are going to take that same pool of people and they are going to give you retention points in April as well. So it lasts 2 months. Bridget, will there be a challenge pack for 9-week Control Freak without the track? I don't know that answer. I would assume so. Why would you make someone buy it if they can't use it? But I don't know. We'll have to go into the FAQ and see if there will be. Okay, so retention points, that you can read about it more in your FAQ or look in your Coach Breaking News to read more about the retention points. But like I said, breaking it down real simple, as many customers and new coaches as you can enroll in February, because they will bring you more points automatically if you retain them in March. Okay. 2 more announcements. It was the date for the new Shaun T program is launching for coaches on April 19th and for customers on May 3rd. Now, when I looked at the calendar to sort of figure out when we can run a team launch. Now, I know some people have already written off this program, like, I'm not a dancer, I can't do this program. And I would just slow down for a minute, because from what I am learning about it, yes, there's some dancing. However, he's also incorporated weight training, some strength training, some power moves, some hit moves. He's very all encompassing, Shaun T, and he's trying to make it accessible for all people, not just people who are coordinated, not just people who enjoy dance, not just people who are fit, but for everybody. So before you write it off and before you make your plan that you're just going to skip it, slow down. It's only a 30-day program. It's 6 days a week. And I think that it can be something that you talk about with those people. Think about how many times in our pods you have had questions like, I have someone who's recovering from a shoulder injury. I have someone who is, 200 pounds overweight and they just need to start somewhere. I have someone who has never worked out before. I have someone who has bad knees. And we talk about Country Heat, or we talk about UV2, or we talk about those types of programs. This is going to not only be that option as far as fitness goes, but it's also going to be a good option because Shaun T is motivating as hell for everybody. So I really think that we should slow down and consider it. Okay. So we are going to run a launch. What? He's like a 3-year-old just standing there staring at me. Okay. I think that you guys should strongly consider it. So as a team, I'm looking at running a 30-day group after the customer launch. So May 10th. It doesn't require any extra equipment. So really someone could purchase this and do it the next day, right? Nothing really has to come in the mail for it. So I think we can run it as soon as the customer launch happens. So that's the date I'm looking at right now. I have not carved it into stone, but that's the date I'm looking at to start this 30 days. And that should give us plenty of time for the Amala Caesar program that's launching in the summer. Okay. I think that's all I have for announcements. Does anybody else have any other announcements? That was a lot. February, I know. Okay, great. So when we started 2021, I talked a little bit about volume. I talked about how it's something that I want to do more training on, something that I want to have more discussion over, something that I want us to spend more time focusing on. In my one-on-one calls, we talk about volume every single week. We're looking at volume all the time. Volume. And so today I wanted to illustrate for you more why volume is crucial. We are all at the point in our businesses where we can't just be focusing on Success Club. You will not grow if you're just hitting Success Club. You have to focus on the volume part. There's a reason why the compensation plan has 2 overall hubs, commission and volume. So we need to spend some time talking about the volume piece. Now, I took a PowerPoint from actually one of Melanie's mentors. So it is so well done that I didn't think that I needed to reinvent the wheel. So I'm going to use a PowerPoint because the illustrations are just so good. Like the way that it's broken down and the way that you can see it is just really, really well done. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to do the teachery kind of thing today. But I think you guys are going to appreciate it. And in our team page, we're doing some recognition for 250 PV each week, but this training tonight really focuses on 500 PV, and you'll see why. Now, I'm just going to back up for a second and talk about PV, because I did get some questions today when I shared the team call and the topic for the team call. I got some questions from new coaches like, what's PV? So let's talk about PV for just a second. PV stands for personal volume. You as a coach earn personal volume when you buy something personal, when you buy something for yourself that goes to your address, you buy it, or when a customer of yours purchases. That's PV. So it has nothing to do with your coaches. It's your purchases and your customers' purchases. That's PV. Different from TV, which is team volume. Something that we talked about in our Team Cup pod today was PV is required to earn Success Club perks. Okay, so if you want to get prizes, if you want to earn free trips, if you want to be a Success Club All-Star or a Success Club Legend, if you want to earn leadership points with your Success Club points, then you must qualify for Success Club, and that means that you personally need to have 90 PV HD every single month. All right, so you can get all the points in the world, but if you personally did not purchase something that's worth 90 PV HD, that's auto ship, then your points don't mean anything. Sure, you earned commission, good job, yay, money. But you did not earn any Success Club perks because you didn't qualify. So PV is super important for all kinds of reasons. Any questions on what PV is? Okay, good. All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if the person that how to put this together? So if somebody didn't buy for 90 PV, you as a upline, are you still getting points, perks for those points that that person earned, even though they didn't purchase for 90 PV? You know how we get like leader points for Success Club, whatever. So that's just, oh, so it's completely nobody's benefiting from it. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Does that make sense? You're as the upline, you're getting the volume from the sales.
Yeah.
So you're benefiting in that way. But yes, those leadership points, and real quickly, to earn leadership points, you have to hit Success Club and your downline has to hit Success Club and qualify for Success Club. So you're right. If they don't qualify, you don't get points for that person.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's a good question. Yeah. So it's sometimes goes unnoticed. Even though I feel like I talk about it every single month, I think sometimes we just forget. We like cancel things that are auto ship. Sometimes we have a backlog of Shakeology and we cancel things. So just means you got to be in charge of your business and pay attention. Okay, good. We understand PV. So I'm going to share my screen here now. Okay. We can see this, right? Okay. So let's talk about a 500 PV coach and what that looks like, because I'm currently reading for my personal development this Badass Habits by Jen Sincero. You Are a Badass. And in her first chapter, she talks about how in order to create habits, good habits, business building habits, you need to identify as the person who would have those kinds of habits. And so we need to identify as a coach who earns 500 PV weekly. This is weekly. This is not monthly. This is weekly. All right. That's the ultimate goal. 500 PV weekly. At least that's your first benchmark. So I want you to understand what kind of coach earns 500 PV weekly. They are the kinds of coaches that live and breathe what they do as a coach. Does that mean that you have other interests and other responsibilities? Absolutely. But you still love what you do. Isabel's like, no, all we do is coach. You still love what you do. You love your challenge groups. You love mentoring your team. You love checking in with people. You love being able to connect. Is it always easy? No. Are there some days when you don't want to do it? Sure. But overall, you enjoy being a coach. A 500 PV coach understands and does the 4 vital behaviors. And I'm not even going to go over those because you guys know those. The 500 PV coach does inviting like it's their job, like it's an extension of them. That was another conversation that I was having today about how inviting is what really matters. You could post the worst posts in the planet of posting. And if your invites are awesome, that will get you sales and that will grow your organization. So inviting, learning how to ask, how are things going? Not just enrolling people, but checking in with them. How are you? How's your health? How are you enjoying your Shakeology? Really taking an interest in your challengers and your coaches, understanding the products, understanding the total solution, understanding what you're using, and really nurturing your customers and your coaches. And we have talked about that a lot. Recognition, making sure that you are confident in the product that you're using and the company you're representing, right? We really need to be confident in Beachbody and what Beachbody has to offer and what Beachbody is doing for us as contractors with Beachbody. So there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of education, a lot of understanding, and a lot of pride that goes behind a 500 PV coach. So before you can even say, I want to earn 500 PV every week, you need to make sure that you are this person or that you want to be this person. And then you'll be able to create the habits that we're going to talk about to grow your 500 PV plus every single week. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about duplication because I think that I've touched on why it's important to be a 500 PV coach, and I'm going to talk about how to do it. I'm going to go over some strategies and some ideas for you. But I also want to talk about duplication because that's really where the growth comes from. And if you're looking for growth yourself, your organization, and really looking for stability, then you can't just earn the 500 PV alone. You want to be able to teach your people how to do it and teach them why to do it. And give them ideas on how. So it starts with Emerald. And I think oftentimes we dismiss Emerald because we think that it's just 2 coaches. You can do it. You know, you can do 2 coaches, no problem. But Emerald is the gem of our organization. And here's why. Once you create an Emerald underneath you, and then they create an Emerald underneath them, and then they create an Emerald underneath them, you are now an organizational leader. You're not just someone who has an Emerald or 2 Emerald. You're not just Diamond, but you have a true organization underneath you. They are the keystone of your entire team. This is people who when they are achieving Emerald, they start to get the business. They get that enrolling coaches helps them grow. They get how to talk business to people. And that's what you want in your organization. You want people who are excited to talk business and to get people to enroll coaches. It's a mindset thing to understand that they can't just grow by themselves. Like I said, you will not grow as a coach if you're just hitting Success Club. When people become Emerald and are growing Emeralds underneath them, they know that duplication is how you really do create growth. So the goal is for you, the ultimate, future goal, whatever, is to think about how can I create Emeralds 4 levels deep. So an Emerald under me, an Emerald under them, an Emerald under them, an Emerald under them, 4 levels deep. And I'm going to show you a really awesome illustration about what that can do for you income-wise and volume-wise. All right, did I lose anybody yet? We're still good. Okay, fantastic. Now, of course, what would be really fantastic is if you have these Emeralds that are 4 levels deep and they become diamonds, right? And now you've got diamonds 4 levels deep. And that really is a growing organization, but it has to start with Emerald. It has to start with that conversation that you're having with people about why. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, Tasia. All right. So this is a lot. We'll just slow down. I'm going to take you through it. Okay. So this is you here at the top. All right. That's you with the 500 on your chest. And you're working to earn 500 PV every week. And don't worry, we'll talk about how to do that. But this is you. This is your goal. Now you're an emerald and you have 2 people underneath you who are striving for 500 PV. Then you're trying to create the 4 levels deep of emerald, right? Now they are trying to become emerald themselves, or they are earning or creating emeralds underneath them who are also earning 500 PV. And they are creating emeralds underneath them who are also earning 500 PV. So total coaches in this organization right here, just a bunch of emeralds, is 15 coaches. Total volume, and again, this is weekly volume for all of these coaches together in 1 week is 7,500. Okay, do you see how it's just 15 times 500, 7,500. There's all that volume. Now for you, when you sell 500 PV, it's about 125 bucks. Yay, that's good commission. Good job. You just earned 125 bucks. You basically just paid for your product in 1 week. However, the volume that you are earning from all of those people underneath you who are also striving for 500 a week now equates to 322 bucks. Add it all together, you've got almost $500 a week. So you see where the volume is where that sustainable, bigger income is, and not just in the commission. Again, the compensation plan for Beachbody, you've got commission on one side and Team Cycle bonus on the other. So if you yourself, leading from the front, are striving for that 500 PV and you are teaching your people how to get the 500 PV, and they are teaching their people and they are teaching their people, the potential of significant weekly income is pretty big. It's pretty big. And you are growing that volume. This isn't like, whose strong leg am I on? What is my coach doing for me? No, you're creating this volume. You're creating this income on a weekly basis. And these are Team Cycle bonuses. And it says 23 times 14, $14 is how much you earn per cycle as an emerald. So this is income potential just as an emerald coach. Okay. So pretty good chunk of money right there. Does this make sense? Because I'm going to go bigger from here. I can see most of you. I can't see all of you. Okay. All right. Let's keep going then. We have this emerald 4 levels deep. Now we're talking to people about going diamond, right? If they can earn 500 PV and they are a strong emerald and they are talking with their people about how to grow, then they are either well on their way to diamond or have the grand potential of being diamond and getting people underneath them to go diamond. So that last slide that we looked at, the potential each week as an emerald tribe. And when I say tribe, that's 4 levels deep of emerald. Everybody hitting 500 PV every week. The potential is $447 in commission and Team Cycle bonus. All right. As diamonds, do you see how it goes from 447 to $3,725 a week? A week. Because the diamonds are now creating their volume. They have more coaches underneath them. Your Team Cycle bonus, each cycle is now worth $18 a cycle instead of $14. And you have created quite the large organization if you are 4 levels deep with diamonds. Now you might be sitting here and your brain might be turning off and you're like, Tasia, I'm barely diamond myself. How am I creating 4 levels deep of diamonds? And I get that. I'm not there either. But I want to show you this because I want to show you the potential, and I want you to understand it not just from a numbers point of view and not just from a will I ever get there sort of feeling, but I want you to understand this so that you can start talking to people with that CEO identity that we're trying to grow, when you're talking with people about the business, when you're talking with your challengers about why they should be Emerald and why they should create Emeralds under them and why they shouldn't back down when someone says, I just want BOD, you should say, okay, because it's PV. And it's the PV, the volume, that potentially will grow you from just, if you're a diamond by yourself earning 500 PV a week, that's that 485 bucks. But if you have diamonds underneath you, that's that $3,725 a week. All right. So talking business, talking potential, talking growth, talking people, not only enrolling coaches, but retaining them and retaining customers and selling product is important to truly grow and be, to create that income that I know all of you want. It's on all of your goal boards. I want to double my income this year. I want to create more income. I want to be able to, leave my job. I want to be able to go part-time. This is how you do it. Okay. So let's just look at that diamond chart really quick. So this is diamond. Here you are. Here's me. I'm diamond. I've got 4 coaches on one side, 4 coaches on the other, 2 of which are emeralds, right? We know what diamond looks like. This is the classic bubbles of diamond. And if everybody's getting their Shakeology at 90 PV, this is what the volume is, 1080 volume. Everybody's got their Shakeology. That's what it is. And that volume is about 50 bucks a week. So for anybody who's diamond right now on the team, they might be like, yeah, that looks pretty typical. That's what my team volume typically looks like. And hopefully this gets your wheels turning. Like, what if I talk to my people about adding collagen to their monthly order? What if I talk to my people about perhaps going Emerald themselves and what that might do for them? What if I started having these conversations with my people so that their volume can grow, so that it's not just 90, but now it's 100 on each of these little people? And then eventually it's 200 on each of these little people. And maybe it'll be 500 on each of these little people. And now it goes from $54 a week to almost $500 a week because of that volume. Wouldn't that be worth having those discussions? That definitely would be worth it for me. I'd love to make 500 bucks instead of 50, right? And it starts with you wearing the yellow at the top of that chain right there. Okay. Here's your 500 PV coach. The goal. We went from 90 to 100 to 250. Now we're at 500. And you can see how it has grown from that $50 a week to the $485 a week. And I know this takes work. And I know this is a lot of numbers. And I know this is like, there's no way we're all going to get 500 every single week. Probably not. That's a lot of work right there. And to grow diamond, you're not always going to have all like 12 working coaches who are striving for 500. That's not really how diamonds are built. Diamonds are definitely built on discount coaches and people who just want their Shakeology every month, and they are just as valuable. So it's up to you to create that stable diamond with extra people who do want to work, or those extra people who do want their Shakeology and their performance line and their collagen and some power greens. It's a lot of volume right there. And it takes you having that conversation with them. Okay, one more. Let me show you Diamond Strong. You just trying to sell your 500 every single week. Then you've got a whole bunch of diamonds and they have a whole bunch of volume. Now you see how your volume can grow and how your income can grow every week. So it's just another level up. It's just another illustration of how things can grow based on volume. But this is the why. This is the why. Of course, it's not just always about money, you guys, but it is pretty significant to look at these numbers. And these numbers are accessible to anyone. Whether they joined today or they joined 10 years ago, this money is there for the taking, but you have to go after it. I want you to think about the income, but I also want you to think about the growth as a leader, the potential and the really how much you deserve to be a leader. I want you to think about the stability. I want you to think about the network, the web that you are creating here of healthy, happy, excited to be here people, because that's really what that 500, again, going back to what the 500 plus PV coach looks like. They're just people who really love the product, who really love the company, who really love being part of the team. Those are what 500 PV people are, or 500 PV coaches are. Okay, let me stop sharing for just a second. We'll come back to it. Questions. I know it's a lot. Has anybody glazed over? Patty, whatever, you're all into numbers and you just joined, so get out of here.
I've been listening the whole time.
Okay. All right, Nicole, I know you have a question. Ask away. You can unmute yourself.
No, I'm just glazed over.
Okay, she's glazed over. This is totally like not just a level up, but 10 levels up from what our typical team calls are about. But I couldn't not put it out there. When I received this kind of training, I got so excited about not only embodying, like being this kind of coach, like I want to have habits that look like this kind of coach. I want to run my business more like this kind of coach. I want to personally take a look at my volume and really work for 500 a week. Because I want to grow. I want to grow and I want to serve more people. So if we're going to break it down to something and we're going to take, unglaze yourself and forget about all of those graphs that I just showed you and just break it down to, I want to serve more people. I want to talk more about the potential, and I am going to commit to having this conversation with the people I already have enrolled with me. Those people are with you. How else can they be with you to grow your business in this significant kind of way? Other questions? Okay. All right. So how do I get to 500 PV every week? Let's talk about it. Let me share my screen again here. Okay. Let's talk about it. And you're going to be like, Taja's going to give us this golden answer. And the truth is you're going to be like, oh, I've heard this before. So that's not what I want.
Sell stuff.
Sell stuff. Dang it. Okay. Here's your first strategy or idea or consideration is what I'm going to call it. Conversations, invites. What? You have to invite people to make money? Yes, you do. But you can't just invite them. You have to have coachy conversations with them. You have to talk with them about what their goals are. Isabella shared something where she was stalking Carrie Schneider. And the first thing that Carrie Schneider said was, do you have any fitness goals? Okay, that was the first thing she said to her. So we have to be coachy from the get-go. Talk about what their goals are. Talk about what kind of exercise they love, what kind of exercise they hate, what they've tried before. I love that conversation. When people are like, I've tried Weight Watchers, I didn't do well with that, or love talking with people about that. What are their current struggles? What are their current setbacks? People are like, I always want to eat after dinner. I can't stop drinking the wine at night. Those kinds of questions I love talking about. And then accountability. I always bring accountability up, asking about their support system, asking about their home team. How are things at home? What kind of support do they have there? And I believe that when you have those coachy conversations from the beginning, even if they end up saying no, they trust you and their success rate goes up because they already trust you before they even invested, and they're confident in you, and they're confident in the product, and they're confident in the group before they've even joined it. So in order to make those sales, like Vanessa said, you got to sell stuff. In order to create more income or more volume, you have to have the coachy conversations. And it starts with the invite. So if you're currently sending 20 invites a week, that might equate to 90 PV a week, one sale. Excuse me. So in order to get to the 500, what would that mean? 100 invites a week. Okay. All right. Here's my next strategy for you. Talking about challenge packs. So again, challenge packs do earn you Success Club points. And I know I said that Success Club doesn't just, hitting Success Club alone won't help you grow. And yes, Success Club alone doesn't create a organizational leader, but Success Club is still a non-negotiable. Success Club doesn't get forgotten just because we want to grow PV. It's both, absolutely both, because you're still getting volume from your Success Club. But I want you to maybe challenge yourself to hit Success Club every week and not just every month. Oh, what would that look like? What kind of volume would that bring in? And how do you do that? Talking about the total solution. When people want to work out, great. You can work out for another $50. You can get Shakeology or the Performance Line and both nutrition programs and some equipment probably too. The volume, it breaks down the volume in this slide. So your challenge pack right now, your basic challenge pack is 160. That earns you, if you're selling it to a customer, 135 PV. It earns for team volume, 45, and that's the volume that you're cycling on. And this, we can talk about this, but basically what you're looking at is the TV or the PV for the challenge pack. But the point of this, guys, is that the challenge pack really does give your people everything that they need. And the challenge pack is your gateway to retention, because now they have all of these workouts for an entire year. So they're not just going to do 30 days and quit, ideally. And they have set up for auto ship. So something will likely come again in the mail unless they talk with you and they aren't happy with their Shakeology for some reason. But the challenge pack, again, is how they start with retention. And it's the start. The way they stick with retention is you. And you really spending time with them, leaning into helping with them, making sure that they're part of the group, making sure that they feel supported, etc. So the challenge pack should always be your go-to. Okay. Last one. Asking for support. So when you are all baby coaches and you started, one of the first things your coach probably said to you was, go make a list of people you think will support you. Go make a list and ask them for support, ask them for feedback, ask them for referrals. And some of those things do not require an investment from them. If your mom doesn't want to buy something from you, it's okay, but she can share your post on Facebook. She can refer one of her friends to you. And that is how you can grow your volume, by talking with people who you think will support you. And they can give you feedback too. Be careful who you ask, because my mom gives me crap all the time for being half naked on Facebook, but that's just her being my mom. But talk with them about how then you can support them. There is a lot that people can purchase from us, not just Shakeology, not just workouts. The Ultimate Reset, 3-day refresh, Daily Sunshine is a good one, collagen. There's all kinds of products. There's basically something for everybody, right? But going back to, you have to open your mouth and invite people. You have to have the conversation with people in order for things to grow. It starts with you. Okay. I'm going to stop this so I can see all of your faces again. And I can share these slides, and this is also recorded. So you guys if you were furiously writing. You didn't get to write everything down. That's okay. All right. Again, the goal for tonight to talk about volume is I want you guys to level up. I want you, so this is also why we're recognizing it in the team page, right? I want you to look at your back office. Remember when we had our first call in January and I said get intimate with your coach office? I want you to look at your coach office and I want you to look at your weekly volume. What is it doing? Does it suck? Is it great one week and then crappy the next week? Why? What's happening? Where are you losing the retention? What's happening with you? Are you gung-ho the first week of February and then the second week you're like, meh, I'm gonna take a little break? Are you trying to hit Success Club every week or just 6 points? I'm good, I did it. Because then your volume will diminish for the rest of the month, right? Are you talking with the people who are already with you? Are you talking to them about the potential that they can have? The potential that they can have with more products. So it's not just like, okay, I talked with my friend Susie, but she doesn't want to be a coach. But are you talking with her about how collagen will be really great for her, or how she should bring the sticks of Energize with her on her next trip? Or are you talking with her about how she really, really hates putting spinach in her shake, so she needs the power greens? Are you having those conversations? It makes you a better coach when you do. And it grows your PV when you do. And it grows their PV if they're coaches, which then creates more cycle bonuses for you. See, it affects everybody. And it goes back to how our organization of the team is not from top down, but it's a circle. If we all do this, it will benefit all of us to work on that volume. Yeah. So I find it to be very interesting. I find it to be very cool. I kind of like numbers, even though like I don't live and breathe it like Patty does. I find it just because oftentimes as coaches, we're like, oh, I got into this too late in the game. The market is oversaturated, but we have an organization already. We have people here. We're sitting here looking at each other. And if we personally want to grow our business that's already sitting in front of us, it takes looking at the volume, growing the volume, and having the conversations and understanding why. So I'm challenging you to do that. I want to see more names on a consistent weekly basis on our celebration board. And I really would like by second quarter to up it from where it says 250 plus a week to 500 plus a week and start recognizing people who are earning 500. And then maybe we'll start recognizing 750, and then maybe we'll start recognizing 1,000, because we can get there. It just takes a growing customer base, and it takes inviting. It's really all it is. Simple. Got that. And mindset, yeah. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? Wow, really? Okay. I am going to start posting monthly challenges in our team page that will help all of us boost our volume. And it's going to be product based. And I'm excited about it because there's prizes. Hey, I love prizes. And you'll just have to check into the team page tomorrow to see what February's challenge is going to be. But I think it's going to be fun. And I think it's something that not only you guys can do for yourselves, but you can ask your people to do. And I think it will help you with your potential new customers as well. So it should be a good benefit for everybody as we're working on our volume. So check back in the team page tomorrow because I've got a challenge for you. And I know this was a lot of information, but don't walk away feeling overwhelmed. I would like for you to walk away feeling motivated, feeling challenged, feeling like, wow, I just learned something really new. I'm going to spend some time with this, and I'm going to see what action item I comfortably can put into place. Which new habit can I start to help me start to grow? One thing. Can't do all the things, but try and pick one thing. Okay. It's just too quiet. I feel like Autumn on the set and where she's like, why is everybody so quiet today?
Because we can't breathe. No.
Sounds good to me. I'm just waiting for somebody to finish poo-poo.
You can do it.
She's like sitting with the tablet. I'm like, are you done yet? She's like, not yet, not yet.
You can poo poo.
I feel like it's gonna be like that for life.
Oh man. Oh, it sounds all good.
Okay.
Just have to up our game,
Mhm.
right? With everything. Like Carrie Schneider says, it's like doing the business tracker on steroids. Sometimes she said she doesn't do once, but 3 times those activities, right? Like
Daily.
daily.
How you become top 10.
Hmm. I thought she was number 1.
Number
She
one.
had a great training in NLC.
She did?
Her goal is to hit Success Club every day.
Please, Lord.
She goes, that's what I do. I wake up to hit Success Club every day.
I think it's
Yeah.
important, but it's important to recognize she's not working another job.
Yeah.
Like, and has help with her kids and like,
Mhm.
it's not.
She didn't have that before.
A lot of these people are like any of us are really.
She worked for it, right?
Right. So, I mean, yes, when she first started, she was working a job and she was taking care of her kids and she was just up all night.
Mhm.
And the sacrifice she made was so that she could stop working the job that she was working because she wasn't happy in
No,
it.
she quit. She quit right off the bat.
So,
Be right back.
He's done. Just so you know.
He's done.
um,
Don't wipe your butt, Mom. You got this.
Wipe that tushy.
I would never ask for any of you guys to make those kinds of sacrifices. It has to come from within. There's people who are built like that. There are people who are not, but we all have time in our day to do more. And if you say you don't, you need to do a little soul searching or really look at your schedule because we all have, even if it's just 7 minutes, we all have time in our day to do more. So let's do more. Let's pay attention to what we're doing with our volume. Let's pay attention to the conversations we're having. Let's be intentional. Let's be coachy. And let's see what more we can do. And maybe you'll just be inspired to do a little more after that, and a little more after that, depending on the habits we build. I find it very exciting. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
totally.
Okay, guys. Good. So either you're going to try and go to sleep, but your wheels are going to be turning so much that you can't, or you're going to crash because I just made your mind explode. That's one of the two. That's it. Ugh. Yeah, it's okay. Let it sink in. We can talk more about it too. Next week's team call is with Kat, Coach Kat, I think, from the Dream Team. I put it in the team page. And then after that is Rachel Mitchell, and Bridget is going to close up February, and she's going to lead our team call on the 22nd. So all of those are, and I will continue to share links.
Sounds good.
Wow.
February is short.
I know. 28
Right.
days.
Gotta pay your bill faster.
That's right.
Yeah. A few weeks and we're done.
But hopefully our promo codes will come in as they're supposed to, and we can
No
have
emails.
Success Club every day.
We
just
shall
like Thursday.
see.
I know.
Maybe it'll be like everything else and they'll get like delayed a month. Like, everything.
It's a computer person building it. Come on. They can do that from their couch.
Yeah, like what the hell?
I did some people on the Dream Team page, I think it was, commented, I took the day off and no codes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was business fail. But We still love our company. We still have
Yeah.
pride in our company.
They're humans.
Things happen for a reason. So,
Mhm.
It'll be
you know what I
fine.
mean?
People who really want to join us will join us, and it will be fantastic.
Exactly.
And by the way,
Yes.
this book is fire. So put it on your list of personal development books. I'm really digging
Yes.
it. Really, really digging it. Great action items for those of us who have action as our word for this year.
I have stopped procrastination.
More than one
That
word.
word.
there,
That's 2 words.
Where's that picture that had all the words on it?
Hmm?
Remember that thing you showed us? And it was like, what word pops out at you?
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the Vaction training I did.
Yeah.
It's just a big list of words. I can find
Yeah, I
it.
want that because I never picked my word.
All right.
Ah, so it's my fault. It's my fault.
No, I
I'll
just
find it for you.
just see it.
We've got it around here somewhere.
I can't just come up with a word off the top of my head. I'm a math teacher.
Yes, I know.
Right.
Words are hard. for the
Words
math.
are hard.
Then next time, don't go to bed, Patty,
There
when
it
I need you.
Go ahead, pick a
Calculate.
word.
It's my
Oh yeah,
thing. I go
pick
to
a
bed
word.
now.
do this. Do this and just pick one.
I know you do.
I'll
That's what I-
figure out. I'm pretty sure I have an electronic copy.
Give
That's
her,
what I thought to myself last night, is Patty
her-
goes to bed in her own bed now.
I do.
Yay.
No wonder you're up and at 'em and so much energy.
Let me
in the
tell
room.
you, for those of you who don't know, your bed is way cooler when there's nobody else there. That
Oh my
Don't
We all
gosh.
know that.
Starfish it.
my bed.
Trust me, I know.
like my bed again.
The cat, the dogs.
I have only slept on the couch twice, and both times, one time was a weekend, and then last time was, I think, Thursday or Friday. No, because Friday would have been a weekend. I've only done it like once on a school night since New Year's.
I'm impressed.
Like a grown-up, Patty.
I am like a whole nother fucking new amazing person.
I can tell.
And I curled my hair really good today.
Look at that.
I love the new Patty Lester.
How'd that taste?
I
there,
know.
girl?
She's
I liked
She's
the
a
old
good
Patty Lester
one.
too, but I like
Yeah,
this.
but
I like this version.
this one's got like an extra burst of fire. Like you know how like the old cars, like they're like and you hear the one engine, but all of a sudden when they want to rev it up, like and they both go, and you're like, that is Patty right now. I love
Are
it.
you
Good
still
way of
recording? Because I want to play this back.
Grease lightning. Like that's why I'm like, she's the grease lightning car.
I'm the
This
green
girl
lightning.
is the
Patty
fire.
has got like a second engine.
All true.
Oh, love it.
Best ever.
All right, friends. 5 a.m. comes pretty fast.
So does 4:30.
Bedtime. Tasha's bedtime. 9
is.
p.m.
It is my bedtime. We're
Oh,
almost there.
I just got my reminder that it's my bedtime.
See?
I promised to play this back because I was listening, but obviously I couldn't like take notes or anything. So
Okay.
it sounded like all sorts of good stuff.
Lots of numbers.
Lots of numbers. That's why I liked
Yep.
it.
Right up your alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
You guys are great. Love you.